What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Just up late night like usual. It's about what time is it? So 1:30 in the morning, doing what I do on a usual basis, getting some work done, and yeah, man. Uh, it's pilgrims in the earth first and foremost. All praises be to the Most High, like always. Like I say, lately I've been having a lot of things on my spirit as far as what's going on out there, kind of giving warning to the people. But yeah, man. And like I say, like I always tell y'all, I really don't do this for recognition. I mean, most people will agree with this kind of talk, because you know most people don't want to hear the reality of what's going to happen or what's going on. We still want to believe that everything is going to be all right when it comes to the norm. But contrary to that belief, things are about to significantly change, especially for those who don't agree with you know this world. Um, as you see, I named it. We're in the end game now. Um, if you watch my channel, I like getting into I like using references of movies because I believe that a lot of movies have truth in them, and they warn us in certain things. Well, they show certain prophecies in movies. But in this particular picture, uh, referring to the Avengers, um, yeah, it's basically saying like all bets are off. We're in the time that we've been reading about. We're in the time that we've been preparing for. We're in the end game now. This is the end game. Everything. Like I tell y'all, it's like the boot camp before the war. We've been in the boot camp training. I hope you've been training for the war. But now we're going into the eye of the storm, the war, and we here. You know what I'm saying? We here most definitely. And I want to say this too, right? If you somebody who think everything is gonna be the same, the next president can bring this back to normalcy, and Donald Trump is the problem, and everything is gonna be all right. God is for America. Maybe this might not be for you, because all it will do is probably irritate you or offend you. Um, I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm not here to pacify sin. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, how it is, and that's it. Most people are used to like a church kind of setting where the pastor is kind of telling them, smooth things, what the Bible say, what people like to hear. You sow this seed, and God will bless you. Um, that's not what this is. Um, when you read the word is cut dry. It is straight up. It will cut you. You know. We have reality. We have the real brutal reality of what the Most High says will happen, and we have, alternative reality which Satan has created for this world, in this time, especially for us to be deceived. Um, but I want to say, if you come in here to look for, somebody to make you feel good in these times, or the jobs are gonna come back, or everything is gonna be all right. Yeah, I believe everything will be all right for those who are followers of Christ. And I'm not talking about modern day Christianity. I'm talking about ready to take death, carrying their cross, no matter what the world thinks, separating from the world type of Christ. That's what I'm talking about. Um, I'm not basically yeah, like I'm saying, my bad, I got lost my train of thought. But yeah, basically we're in the end game, man. We're definitely in the end game. I'm gonna read something for y'all right quick. Real quick. When we on these lives, I like to get into some scriptures to kind of bring things to perspective. But yeah, this is second Edges chapter 6, and this is in the Apocrypha. This second Edges chapter 6 and verse 16. Okay. Second Edges chapter 6 and 16. One moment. I'm sorry, second Edges 14. Yeah, second Edges 14. Yeah, man. We over here, we vibing out with the scriptures. If y'all with me, man, I appreciate y'all. I know people coming in and out, whatever. If anybody listening, I appreciate y'all being here. Or if you listen after this, I appreciate it. If you can like, share, whatever, we're gonna bring this word out. So, um, so we're gonna start at verse 10. So second Ezra chapter 14, and we're gonna start at verse 10. For the world has lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of a 10 part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10 part. Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Right? So I got into this before. Um, Basically, I think it's in a video I did. Your household, protect your household. But a lot of times, what we like to do is critique the world without critiquing ourselves first. So, first thing you must do, uh, set thine house in order, and then reprove thy people. Because if you're not able to sin, and if you're not able to see, and you're blinded by your own sin, how can you see what's going on in the world to properly correct what's going on in the world? You're going to be compromised by sin. Um, Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. So how am I going to comfort y'all, or how we going to comfort each other with this word, right? We have to understand um, what's really going on and what's really about to happen. People will be persecuted. People will be thrown in jail. People will be unalive. Children will be taken. War will happen. Travel will be cut off for what we believe. So there will be a time where there won't be grace extended like it once was. You know, we were taught in a Christian church that grace, 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 just ask God for forgiveness. That's coming to an end. That's coming to an end. The Most High is telling us to set our houses in order and pick a side, because you're not going to be able to waver, or I'm over here one day, I'm over here, or it's going to take me 5 years to get my sin in order, or it's going to take me 2 years to discipline myself. Those times are over with. Um, Let go. So this is verse 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. What is the weak nature? That's sin. That's the flesh. Um, and believe it or not, a lot of this that's gonna happen is to correct us from our sins. You know, we're we've waxed fat, man. We've waxed fat with the luxuries of this world. A poor man, a poor man is more equipped for what's to come, right? Because think about your daily bread. People don't even say grace no more. They people don't even know where that chicken and a refrigerator come from. You know, because it's been uh, you've been fed a gold spoon, a silver spoon in your mouth. You don't even know the reality. You know, so we've got so far away from dependent on the Most High. Now, what you depend on? You depend on the FDA to make sure what you eating is safe, but you trust them. We don't depend on. We don't know what time of the year is to harvest, or when is to reap, or when is to sow. That's straight dependent on the source of the Most High. Understanding first fruits and His holy days, how they line up with, you know, planting and gathering and things like that. We truly are strictly dependent on Satan, if you want to keep it honest. Um, it tell you that the world is given into the hands of the wicked, and it is what it is. You know, Satan is overtaking this world. Am I saying there's no good here? No, I'm not saying that. But when you look at the rulers of this world, the people that's given authority, who are they getting it from? Read your Bible. And that's the problem. People don't read their Bible. They get their Bible translated from somebody that they're paying tithes and offerings to. So he's got your best interest. Um, yeah, but this world will not get better. It won't get better. America won't get better. It will get worse and worse, worse and worse. So yeah, verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to fly from these times. I said fly. Hold on. Yeah, haste thee to get or flee from these times. Um, it's gonna take some separation, right? And I'm gonna say this, right? It's time to downsize, man. It's time for people to downsize. This is not the time for you to, you know, sign a new that new lease on that nice condo, or buy this big house that you always wanted. It's not time to lease out that new car that you know is too much, that you're gonna be paying $600 a month for. It's time to retire. Like it says, I believe in Jeremiah, the fifth chapter. It's time to retire, retire. It's time to let go. Um, because if you don't, you will be contracted to whatever you think your life is going to be, or whatever. You know, people are, oh, I just got this new job. You have to take care of yourself. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, where is your heart at? Where's your heart at? Let me get that. Let me get that. That's Matthew 6 and 19, I believe. Matthew 6 and 19. I'm going to go in, y'all, because I'm a little tired today. So excuse me if I seem a little um, nonchalant, I guess. I don't know. Chapter 6 and 19. Matthew 6:19, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Understand this, right? Understand this. I was talking to my family earlier about this, right? So when you work for a job, right, you work your 20, 30, 40 years, and you're granted a certain you're granted retirement, right? You got your 401k, you got your pension. You know, after so long, you're able, hey, you worked for us, you did a great job, you worked hard, you worked your fingers to the bone. Live your life without working. We will pay you. We will take care of your life for the rest of your life. Maybe you might be 60. Maybe, I mean, let's be realistic now. 65 to 70, maybe nowadays. If you're even able to get that, if there's even money left in that bank. But anyway, let's just say you do. But think about the most highs for 401k. A lot of people say, oh, you don't have to die to, but imagine if you did have to dedicate your whole life to this word. You had to pick up your cross like Christ did and dedicate yourself like the disciples did, even to death, even to prison, even to be shamed or stones cast at you from the people you love. What do you get for all that? What is the most highs for a 1K? Eternal life. Eternal life. We're not conformed by death when you take up this job. This job, and that's what Satan don't want us to know. You know what I'm saying? He want us to have what are you gonna get out of this life? It's already fallen. This world is already corroded, it's already corrupted, it's already fading away. But anyway, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust doeth corrupt and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For your treasure is there where your heart be also. So whatever you're into, whatever your heart is at, that's what's gonna manifest anyway. If you can be bought, if money is your God, you know, the love of money, if that's you, then guess what? That's going to reveal, your heart is going to reveal that. The end times will reveal that because they're going to roll out your deepest desires. They're going to roll out, they're going to take away everything that you love. And then they're going to dangle it over you. Like, oh, you wanted this, right? The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. And after that, it gets into faith, right? It gets into faith. What is your source? What is your source? For so long, our source has been government. You know, believe it or not, man, your government is under the control or under Satan's authority, USA, right? But yeah, but seriously though, your government is controlled by the darkness of this world. Why do you think they play the right and left? So you can say, oh, Donald Trump is the evil one. And then once they move him out the way, they'll roll in somebody else to finish the job or to give him an alley oop. He get him an alley oop and they do the same thing. We talking about all this political stuff. If your heart is where in America, I'm talking about politics, I'm talking about entertainment, sports, media, all that stuff. If you're swayed by that emotionally, you will get moved out the way so quick. You will get moved out the way so quick because guess what? You're an enemy. You're aligned with the enemy of God. America is the face of sin. Everything that God hates, America propagates or it puts right in front of our faces as the cool. It put it right in our face as if it's cool. Um, so best believe, man, we in a time where the devil is come to collect, man. All the stuff he done gave us, he didn't have, I don't let you have fun with your toys. I don't let you, you know, straddle the fence a bit. I don't let you, claim you love God. You let you do this and that. But best believe we in the end game now. We in the end game for sure. Um, Imagine in those days, right? when Jeremiah, was getting thrown in prison. I'm talking about some real crazy things was going on to those prophets. People do not like to hear truth, man. When it comes to this book, people don't like it. It's offensive. How can truth be offensive in a world that's proclaimed to have truth? That tell you that it's built off lies. Everything that we've learned has been a direct lie. And that's why when you get to reading the Bible or you get to telling people the reality of what it is, they don't want to hear it. Their ears can't hear, their eyes can't see. If you start talking about all this doom and gloom of what's going to happen to their precious world, they got plans. They got plans. Oh no, that ain't my God. I got something to do. At my job, I'm trying to save up to get myself together. I'm trying to do this and do that. I'm trying to go to Chris Brown concert. What you mean? You like God, like the Most High God is just holding back prophecies for you to go to, Chris Brown concert. Just look at how social media can control people. All it takes is one little song that they can push out there in a TikTok dance to move everybody or move the crowd. Broad is the way to destruction. Narrow is the path, man. It's so the path is so narrow. Only one person can go at a time. You can't save nobody no more, man. You can get them this word. You can bring them to the pond, but you can't make them drink it. It's gonna be their decision if they want to drink it or not. Hey, let me show you this truth, what I know. But if you want to stay here, hey man, this world is not our peace. This is not our enjoyment. Um, yeah, this is not our party. This is not our time to be celebrating. This is the time where, like I say, you want to be equipped in yourself, equipped in your children, um, but what's to come? They have to know exactly what's to come. If you lying to your kids and all these things are starting to get taken away, famines are coming, wars is coming, they're gonna go crazy. They're not gonna be equipped for it. We come from a generation that the internet didn't even exist, and that's wild. That's wild to me. Like we actually used to ride around not caring or not being able to. You wasn't able to call me. I was just out and about. But now we live in a world that everything, your news, your media, your your clock, your phone calls, your internet, your banking information, everything is connected to one device. That device of all those things will be transmitted to chip. It's a chip. That's what a phone is. Satan wants to infuse that with inside of us. He wants us to be uh, controlled by him. He wants to be the most high. Um, I don't know if you know that. Transhumanism, all this stuff. They talk about the robots, he want us to be the robots. So he has to take away our livelihoods, right? It's time to get tense. It's time to learn how to plant. It's time to learn how to make fires again. It ain't gonna be easy because a lot of us wasn't taught that. I wasn't taught that. But guess what? Hey, you either gonna live or you gonna die. Either you gonna live in Christ, or you gonna die in this kingdom, or you gonna sell your soul, or you gonna receive that mark of the beast. And it is what it is, man. It's very plain and clear when you think about it. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but guess what? We're in the end game. This is what we've been talking about, right? Um, you ain't gonna be able to save your people that you love. And that's what will hold a lot of us back. The people that we love, the lifestyle that we love, and things that we just don't want to let go. When you're going to war, you prepare yourself for war. If you're not prepared, you will be taken very fast. So um it's about that time, man. It's about that time. Uh your job won't save you. I had a woman ask me, because like I say, when you get to talking about all this prophecy and things that's concerning the world and things about America, people get offended, because they don't want to face the reality of actually having to do something. You have to move. You have to you true. Okay, it takes faith, but faith, before you move, you have to have the faith to actually move yourself. So if the Most High says remove from this place, or remove from the world, or separate from certain places or geographical locations, people don't want to do that. They start talking about other things. Oh, it's happening everywhere. Hey, it ain't for you. It just simply ain't for you. And maybe we just serve two different gods. I'm okay with that. I'm not willing to beat the hammer into everybody here who don't believe like I believe. I'm okay with that. I probably would have debated you 10 years ago. That was my thing 10 years ago. But nah, not no more, man. Not no more. The door is closing. And you know, there's many people like you. But yeah, man. I did a video called The Black Sheep, basically showing people, like, or telling people, a lot of us have been called very early. Even before we was born, a lot of us was called for this time here. Um, yeah, you just gonna have to be a light in a dark world, and it's time for us to start coming together. Those of who are like minded. So I'm not one of those channels that's trying to sell you something, right? I don't want you to join my Patreon. I don't want none of that. I'm putting strictly word out there. Um, and I'm trying to build. So I'm not trying to take your money. I want to put my brick with your brick, and let's make something happen. It's going to take a nation, community building, to get through this. Because if this system is going to take away our livelihoods, we're going to have to depend on one another to build something. A lot of people want to sit and wait. Oh no, it might not, maybe we got, I done heard people say maybe we got 20 more years. Like, bro, are you serious? Imagine 20 more summers in America. You'd be lucky. You'd be lucky if you get two. And I'm not even joking with that. The vibration of things, I don't know if you know, because people be caught up in the wrong things, sports, caught up in the wrong things, whatever. But if you really peeping the vibration, the Most High is angry, man. He angry with us. He tired of our stuff, man. Imagine, you know, the disrespect that we showing the Most High. Uh, and I'm not even talking about the wicked. The wicked gonna do what they do. And when I say the wicked, I mean the the Bill Gates and the colon, these people that's destroying the world, and they're trying to basically engage the population to into wars and all these different things. The people that actually outrightly worship Satan. I'm talking about us that say we believers, that say we followers. You don't think it's disrespectful that we're not standing for what we believe in? Like I said in the last video, we just punch in and punch out, or we go serve the Most High, or maybe I'll take off for a couple years to get myself right. Let me go get this money right quick, Most High. I'll be right back. It don't work like that, man. It don't work like that. And I just hope and pray. I was just reading something. Let me get this real quick. I was just reading something to my wife, right? I say we have to consistently, because when I say consistent, I'm talking about every day, twice a day. You have to consistently be praying to the Most High and asking for this, right? And I'm gonna read this to you because this is my go-to right here. I think this is yeah, here you go. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, 23. Sorry, chapter 23. But when I say consistently, right? Because I made a decision a year ago because I was straddling the fence. As y'all know, if you go watch my videos, I got into lust, I got into drinking, heavy drinking, I got into all that. So it took me over a year ago. I decided to put my household in order, structure my household. Tell my wife, my kids, hey, we're gonna be praying twice a day. We're gonna be fasting. We're gonna be focusing in on the Most High. I'm talking about reading to the children Psalms every night before they go to bed. Reading a chapter a day in the morning to them, twice a day. So yeah, so you have to really discipline yourself. Be coming into the season where you either in or you ain't. So this is Sirach chapter 23, and I'm gonna start at so this is what I asked for from the Most High, right? It says this is 23 and 1. Lord Father, O Lord Father, and governor of all my whole life, leave me not to their counsels, and let me not fall by them. What are they counsels? These people are constantly plotting on us. Am I talking about on us as black people? Not just us, man. It's not just us. And as soon as you can spiritually mature and understand that there's white people, there's Arab people, there's Caucasian, all these people are targets too. If you're a follower of this, because many of them are followers of this, they will get a life probably more than most of our people. But these people, um, they have stumbling blocks for us. They have traps ever since we was born, especially if you black, especially if you have Negroid uh, descent. So leave me not to that. For the things that I don't see, Father, please protect me, protect my family, protect my household, protect my environment. Verse 2. Who will set scourges over my thoughts and the discipline of wisdom over mine heart, that they spare me not for mine ignorances and it pass not by my sins? These people are getting paid off your ignorance. Man, we don't even know the war that we in, man. And it's people that's just walking around like it's just nothing. And it's like, man, do you feel sorry for them? Because do they don't know or they just don't want to know? If you a person that just walking around la 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 la, you don't see nothing wrong. I'm sorry to inform you, you might not make it through this because it takes somebody that, and you know what? This is the crazy part about those people who don't know. It's the people that do know job to inform those people. That's why I never understood a lot of these churches who get intimidated by other ministries. If they doing the ministry of Christ, leave them alone. You know how much people that got to hear the word. But anyway, yeah. So, who will set scourges over my thoughts and the discipline of wisdom over mine heart, that they spare me not for mine ignorances and it pass not by my sins? Verse 3. Lest mine ignorances increase and my sins abound to my destruction, and I fall before mine adversaries, and mine enemy rejoice over me, whose hope is far from thy mercy. So they hope to destroy us. They hope to send us all to the grave and leave our children to be bastards out here and our daughters to be whores. That's what they hope for. When you look at these countries, if they were to allow us to keep doing what we're doing, having babies, having children, straddling the fence, maybe they'll turn to the Most High, maybe they won't. Still, they just don't have time. Time is not on our hands. Time is not on Satan's hands. So it's gonna get more aggressive. You're gonna see more people crashing out. You're gonna you're gonna see more demonic possessions. Anyway, O Lord, Father, and God of my life, give me not a proud look. Don't give me a proud look. You know, I was talking to my wife earlier, right? We don't even the most high, you don't even know what you be praying for sometimes. You might pray for humility, you might pray for to be humble, and you might get locked up. Or you might start going through a season of tribulation. But if you're asking for humility and that tribulation humbles you, did the Most High give you what you was asking for? See, we've been taught the Most High is like a genie or something. Like we just ask for something and it just fall from the sky, or it just come in a stimulus check, or it's crazy the way we have made God. You know, like He's just up in heaven, just writing our requests down like Santa. You know, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, people. Um, O Lord, Father and God of my life, give me not a proud look, but turn away from thy servants always a haughty mind. Verse 5, turn away from me vain hopes. What's vain hopes? Oh man, all this stuff going on, these jobs, and these people getting laid off. Hopefully, my job can keep me. Hopefully, the president change his mind, or hopefully a new president can get rolled out, or hopefully they open the government back up, or hopefully America get better. Vain hopes, vain hopes. Um, yeah, that's vain hopes. Always a haughty mind. Sorry. Turn away from me, vain hopes and conspicuous. I can't even think. I'm sorry about that. Y'all forgive me. Cons- and thou shalt hold him up that is desirous always to serve thee. Let not the greediness of the belly, nor lust of the flesh take hold of me, and give not over me thy servant into an imputed mind. Notice he's praying for things that uh of things that's not only what the enemy is planning on doing, but some things that we fall into ourselves. The butt, the belly. How long do we be lusting? How many of us be scrolling, looking at food? What they call it, food. I don't want to say the p word. Food. Looking at all these food videos. How many of us be eating, thinking about you? Oh, I can't. I gotta get my. Man. When we was young, we didn't lust over a food like that. It wasn't, oh, we gonna eat taco salad on Tuesday. We gonna eat on Wednesday. We can eat Alfredo, chicken parm. We gonna get some. It wasn't that. Whatever was on the table, you ate, and if you wasn't gonna eat it, you was just gonna be hungry. So Satan have put this system of the overconsumption of everything, where since it desensitizes us, man. I'm talking about sexually. I'm talking about the gluttony. You know, they show you commercials of cheesy, crunchy, get you all riled up, and after you eat it, your spirit feel empty, but your flesh is heavy. You know what I'm saying? So you have to pray for these things, man, because a lot of times we fall into so many temptations, and if you don't know, because me personally, I know, like after my wife, she was pregnant, I had the child, I gained a lot of weight. Me and my wife, we have to go walking more now. We got to exercise. We have to structure our what we eat. When you got children, you're guiding them. You're responsible for them. So if they get diabetes or they get this and that, that's your responsibility. They under your watch. So if you're not structuring your home in these times, what is you doing? What are you really doing? Yeah, so it's time to downsize. You might not be able to have all the I got chicken this day, steak this day, we're gonna eat lamb chops this day. It might just be beans and rice, to keep it real with you. It might just be beans and rice. It might just be beans one day, rice another day. It's time to downsize. That's what it was. That's what it was, man. When you look at the prophets and the people like Jeremiah, Elijah, the priests, and people like that. You was the Most High took care of his people, but it probably wasn't always a 5-star meal. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I just want to let people know, man. It's time to shift. It's time to shift the energy. It's time to understand that we're in the end game now. Things are about to get real. So don't be surprised, don't be overwhelmed. This is the time that Christ warned us about. This is the time. I mean, if you're a follower of Christ, you should already know what it is. Um, so we should be preparing. We should be building with each other. If we have a common interest of bringing His kingdom forward, the kingdom don't come by observation. So that's all I really wanted to say, man. It's pilgrims in the earth. Y'all be blessed. We out.